Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome to Angels Warn Us. What's coming next? A channeled premonition. I was doing some channeling and I was asking some questions about, what do the angels want to show me to the road ahead? Like, as far as storms coming, finances, what kind of political shifts, and healing. And I was just kind of staying in the moment, and I started just doing some automatic writing. And I got a lot of information. And later in the day, I was working on a meditation and just in nature and was just shown so much. So I want to share, this is part one of coming with the 3-eye atlas. So again, this is combined with things with storms, with money, with political shifts to healing, as far as this global weather, things with COVID, health-wise, and of course the 3-eye atlas. So there's much to cover, and thank you for all being here. Again, this is part one, and I'll be releasing part two. So let's get started. What do the angels warning us? What is it that they want us to know what's coming next? And again, this is going to be the angels speaking about us urging to pay attention. So I opened my vision and I saw these powerful shifts ahead. And I didn't see it as doom. I really saw it as awakening. And the first one that I was shown was the global weather, like what's going on with the energetic weather, the earth energy combined with the global weather. And I saw all these storms, and I saw a lot of storms forming in a lot of unexpected places that don't really get these kind of storms. So that really got my attention. And I saw a lot of floods where it's usually dry, and a lot of crazy, wild winds where skies have been calm for a while here. And the heat is rising. Of course, I'm in Arizona, but it's very hot here, and it is starting to cool down. And I also was told that the ice will crack. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? The ice will crack. So what it was showing me was that 2025 is on track to be like among the top 3 warmest years we've ever recorded. So, and I felt like this pattern of La Niña developing, and especially like late in the year, bringing like strange rainfall and a lot of drought, which are contrasting, okay? And I also saw like a lot of the coastlines, the islands, the deserts, all will feel the push and the pull of water and fire. And that also blended with me with the astrological weather. We've had a lot of emotion, and we've had a lot of fire energy and a lot of clashing and things that are being divided, and we're seeing some unity. But financially, in the real estate market and our economy, I was seeing like, it was showing me like as if I was laying out a deck of tarot cards and showing me a lot of the pentacles, how the foundations, showing me the pentacles on the ground and like being scattered, shaking, and movement. So I kept seeing the foundations of money really shaking. And I also saw many will lose like real estate footing, and values could be questioned. I feel like on appraisals, values would be questioned on appraisals to get that loan to go through. And it may cause a strain, a hold, a delay in your closing on time. So with the title company, so really stay on track of if you have something in real estate that you have going on, just make aware of it, and do your checklist. What things haven't I followed up with this closing? What are things that I need to do? And, really stay on top of that, as it shows me the 11th hour of stress. So now I also saw that like the markets are really seeming like they're wobbling, and they're really wobbling when truths come out about power-backed debts and these insider deals, kind of like a lot of, debts that were full of power, and it's really going to be revealed. And I feel like there's a lot of inside information and a lot of inside deals that either went on or going on. And I was also shown like 911, and that was like, okay, that's like an emergency. And I was shown like an emergency of alternative currencies. So there's going to be different things with money. So it could be paper and coins, credit. There's going to be a lot of emergency of alternative things with money. And I also see a lot of spiritual backed crypto, hidden reserves. So there's something very hidden within that. And I also saw, I was a gymnast my whole life, so I saw like the vaults. So like, the vault and in gymnastics, but I saw a vault like opening. So that was telling me that there's something to do with banking. There's vaults. But then when it was opening, it was showing me beautiful spirit and light, like in this reality. So that was really huge. I was asking about what is coming on with our government, our political, the shutdown, and is there any stress with USPS, and making sure we're getting our mail and all of that. And I kept hearing like the angels were saying that the U.S. government has entered in shutdown mode, and the standoff is real. But not only is it real, they were showing me like it's deeper than the politics. Like just all the leaders, it was just deeper. So maybe jot that down, and we'll just see what comes in the coming months. And I also was shown by the angels that this is not chaos. It's actually like a reset. So they were actually like standing in front of, on this platform, and they were pressing like a button, like reset, as if you were pressing the reset to clear your phone data when something happens, or something crashes. So I was shown a reset. I was also shown that leadership could be challenged and some will be exposed. Now I know I done a video about angels warning us. This was back in, I believe, August, and it was like September, October, and through the coming months. So you might want to go and view that video and see if that's still consistent with what I'm receiving today. So, and again, take what resonates and leave the rest, guys. You guys are awesome. But I really felt like that there's going to be this deeper than politics, and the angels are showing me not chaos. This is a reset, and leadership. And even though in leadership there's a challenge, some will be exposed, but some will falter. So write that down, falter. They kept saying the word falter, so that might raise a little more weight than, so we'll see. And in the wings of the angels, I was clearly seeing faces, and I was like, wow. And I was like, I seen, and I kept asking what I was seeing and just waiting for the information. And it was saying, not yet public, preparing to step in. And I was like, okay, but I did see a lot of faces in the wings and just preparing to step in. So I also asked about the mail system, and it seems like everything's going to be okay there, being, self-funded and independent. And getting into 3-eye atlas. This was a question I had. I know I'd done this video before, parts of it on the 3-eye atlas, and they actually were whispering by my eyes. They were showing me, watch. And I kept seeing and hearing Atlas is the hidden grid, and showing me like almost like an archangel Metatron showing me the sacred geometry. And it was showing me like this web, and then it was showing me like as if something was being monitored, like surveillance. And what was interesting was not only was the web of surveillance, but it was like control and data tracking, like as if somebody had jobs to do. Somebody was like, had different work. It was a company, and there's surveillance, there's control, and there's data tracking. So maybe jot this down and see how this plays out. I also saw parts of it being decommissioned. So, and wires being unplugged and cameras darkened. And what kept also appearing was I kept seeing signs of algorithms going up, going down, going, and I was like, okay, so, and then like falling below the lines, like they're losing their grip. So losing their grip to hang on. So there's something about the algorithms losing grip. And I know I heard and felt that many will awaken to the control systems they never saw. So this is going to be a real awakening to the control systems that they never saw. I know in the government, I'm already feeling that. I've been feeling quite the pressure there for about maybe 4 days. So I'm really feeling the strengthening of that. And COVID, that's a very huge one. I do have COVID long haulers, and that was very concerning to me. Is I always feel that COVID is always still going around, and I was showing something about Kansas, so I will definitely look that up and see if Kansas is quite highlighted right now for COVID. But it was showing me that COVID is not finished. There'll be new waves, so I kept seeing the waves of the oceans, and these won't be exactly pandemics, but they're just going to be a viral shift. And a lot of respiratory surges and immune testings. So, but humanity's spirit is so strong, and it's actually stronger now. So those aligned with natural immunity that they use, ancestral healing, the plant medicines, and light work, prayer, meditation, releasing that stress, they will really weather the COVID and health, the viral shifts and the respiratory surges and things affecting our immune system. They're actually going to weather it a lot better. So if you can, really focus on taking care of yourself with meditation, relaxation, getting into nature, and just really focusing on your healing and staying well, trying to boost your immune system, and really taking care of yourself, breathe. And I have a message for us all in closing of this. This is the season of the unveiling. Do not be shaken by what falls apart, because to be glad for what awakens within you and what you see around you. And we're cultivating inner peace. So right now is a great time to prepare your home, prepare your heart, and prepare your community. I know I've been feeling this over this past 4 days, and working a lot of things in my home. Have you guys been working on things in your home? Maybe organizing, decluttering, looking for mini trips, day trips to go on, and really share in, being present. And every day is a gift. And our community, how we can be more unified than, so divided. And do not fear the storm, though, because The angels are asking you to be the light through it, because all is being exposed, and it's being exposed for healing. The angels, I feel they're watching over us. I've been hearing that, and we are never alone. So watch the signs, share the light, stay strong, stay in your heart, because your soul is needed now. And if this resonates, give a like, give a share, follow, subscribe, and comment how this made you feel, and come back to watch part 2 as we do a deep dive specifically within 3i Atlas to finish that up of my channel messages. Have a beautiful night. Thank you. Bye.